Echo Cindy's sentiments. The thanks for everybody for showing up for this. I gotta say that this, I've said this so many times now, it's ingrained in my brain. It took 4 years, and literally today is the day that Dave left to go to the Tour de France in the sky at 4:36. So there's a significance to today that is not lost on me. 4:36, 4:26, so soon. So yeah, it's been 4 years, 2 hurricanes, 2 directors of Parks and Recreation, and 1 global pandemic. But I'm happy to say that we finally got this done. And there's another one down at North Beach, which is just north of Volano, which is actually more pristine than this one because it doesn't get the weather that this one does. But it's awesome. I tell you, it literally has been 4 years since I kind of said this to Cindy. I'm gonna do this, and it just was like, when it finally happened, it seemed surreal, totally surreal. So I really appreciate you guys coming. And I gotta say, I wanna thank the people that contributed financially to this, which is Mark Mathis, Mike Gurney, who's not here, Ken Marsh, Cesar Garcia, Eddie Zielman, Brian McGarvey, Joe and Moria Sova, who are not here, Tim Dooley, Big Tim from our old cycling group, Barb Forrester, who's down in St. Pete, who could not make it as well, John Mangum, Chuck Marshall, who couldn't make it as well, Andy Kovac, who is in Houston, couldn't make it, probably would have got the longest trip award, and also to Tom Milan, who actually, I gotta say, Tom wrote a pretty big check, so
he's rich.
Yes, Tom's got a lot of checks he can write.
It's about time he splurged.
So that's kind of my formal comments. I would want to say this, and this is a bit of the symbolism of Dave, and that's why I love that this is in Dave's memory, because Dave was the guy that never left anybody behind.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, if you got a flat or whatever, Dave never left anybody behind.
That's true.
So it's only fitting that he would leave behind something that would never let anybody be left behind, a pump and tools to work on your bike. So it just seems absolutely appropriate that these 2 stands would just, it really symbolize what Dave was all about. So,
excuse me, I have to say something. He did leave me behind on his. When we were going up to Baltimore for our wedding, he was in first class, and he had me back in the back.
I love it.
Anybody on a bike?
So I was
So let me qualify that. Anybody that
Determined person.
the stewardess came and got me.
Yeah.
Airline lady.
And Dave probably said, "What the hell are you doing?" So anyway, that's it. If anybody else wants to make a remark, feel free to do so, because
Let's cheer to him.
yeah,
And hear his stories.
yeah. Here's to Dave.
Here's to Dave. We miss you, buddy.
Miss you, buddy.
Thank you, Dave.
Miss my wind blocker.
Yeah. Yeah. So if anybody wants to tell a story about Dave, feel free.